I'm Janki DePalma, Director of Business Development for W.E. O'Neill Construction, and this is Profiles. What's really interesting about design is that it affects people, and kind of like in that movie Ratatouille, like everyone can cook, and I feel in a way everyone can design, because you might not be able to draw or put plans together, but you can understand like how a space works and how you work better in a space. And I think that's just really cool that like we all can understand how that works better and be a part of it. I hope that I can do two things. One, show like the shortcuts of success. I don't think I've necessarily reached some kind of point of success, but I have at times traveled a really rocky road. And if I could show people like, hey, there's this path that you can take that's a little shorter and a little quicker, that number one would be like what I would want to do. And then the second thing is that there aren't that many women of color in our industry, especially in the world of business development, especially in the world of construction. And I feel like I would love to be the type of person that somebody says like, well, if Janki can do it, like I can do it. And I didn't see a lot of people that looked like me when I was starting out. So at least there's one person who looks like me who might inspire somebody. So sometimes it's really easy to feel like the only way I know that I've done something well is because, I have some outside validation. Either it's grades, like when you're a kid, or you're kind of like, I won this award, or I got this promotion, or somebody else said something. But that really puts like all that emphasis on other people and their judgments and whether or not they recognize it and then like show it to you. I wish I had learned early on that there's ways that I can sort of like quantify it myself and know that I did a good job and be excited about it and like live authentically through that. And it didn't really matter what other people said. And I didn't necessarily have to be knocking myself out hoping that somebody who wasn't really paying attention to me might stop and give me a compliment. So that would be like the lesson I wish I learned, and I hope other people, not just young people, know that. The project that definitely has impacted my career the most had to be The Independent. That one was just a big game changer, not only for the firm I was with, but I think it helped me remember how important relationships are. Because I think sometimes in professional services, it's really easy to assume that we win work because of our experience or the team that we have. But that project was such a clear story that it helped galvanize for me the importance of the work I was doing. And sometimes even when people doubted what I was doing or I doubted what I was doing, I could kind of look back on that and say, no, well, like we wouldn't have gotten this project if it weren't for, this, and this, in addition to the work that the firm had done and their quals. So that's kind of like where that story comes in.